Manchester United champing at the bit to get underway here in defence. They've been economical and efficient in attack. There's been a swagger in their step as a unit, unsurpassed so far. And the chance to reach the halfway mark of their Premiership season, leading the league by 13 points. We've got the usual problem with the Aston Villa away kit, the green and black stripes, in regard to the referee's jersey, which is green, as is that worn by Peter Schmeichel. The referee is Joe Worrell, who's passed the potential colour clash as okay from his point of view. Here's Saunders, Small, Barrett in midfield. Parker. Now Barrett. Cross from Cox. Kai Whittingham trying to ease it on. Villa, who dogged Manchester United's footsteps for so long last season, but they're now 6 wins off the pace. They do feel they've been playing reasonably well despite an indifferent sequence of results. Cox. And Parker. It's a very positive start here from Ron Atkinson at Aston Villa, epitomised there by Gary Parker. United pinned back into their own half, and finally Villa found a shooting position with Parker.
Oh, it's been a great start for Aston Villa, and that's a magnificent strike. I mean, full credit Schmeichel, to be fair. He's right behind it, but we have to admire the quality of the strike from Gary Parker. And you're right, it's been a very positive start from the visitors.
This is Kanchelskis on the run. Teal, who put through his own goal recently in that sort of area against Sheffield Wednesday, making sure there was no suggestion of a slice.
The only problem Manchester United have here is that Andre Kanchelskis is so quick, he has no one supporting him.
Saunders, knocked away in a hurry by Brian Small. Ince. Oh, he was caught out there by good chasing back from Dalian Atkinson. But there's a real purpose about Villa when they've got the ball. That was certainly the way they played here at the back end of last season. Cox. Barrett's got forward. Oh, it was a cross that took out the goalkeeper, but there was no one attacking it, and maybe there was just too much pace on it from Neil Cox.
I think you're probably right. A little bit heavy. The area's right. I don't think there's anything wrong with where Neil Cox is trying to put this ball. And Villa have got plenty players in and around, but no one you see committing themselves to the back post.
Dalian Atkinson taking up a position where United didn't track him. Saunders working the wide position, something Peter Withe was saying earlier on, that maybe he should be letting others supply the crosses for him.
I think normally he's right, Peter Withe, at the point, but I think today he's going to have to work the wide areas with the formation that Ron's picked.
Certainly battling hard there. And took Whittingham by surprise. Oh, Kanchelskis, Bostic has started to come. He's totally committed. He can't make any contact. Cantona's in the centre, but the ball isn't. So huge relief for all connected with Aston Villa, especially their goalkeeper.
Well, I don't know what Mark Bostic was thinking about, but he's very thankful that not for the first or last time he's helped out by Paul McGrath. I mean, you can see McGrath's got everything under control there, and his goalkeeper appears from nowhere, and he's got to make this tackle, McGrath. He knows it, and look at that for determination and commitment. First class.
Now Bruce. McGrath. major figure at Manchester United in the past. Need to catch the eye, I think, for Villa here. And have a lot of work to do at the back. Parker threading it forward for Kanchelskis. Nicely weighted. Kanchelskis with the cross. Cantona climbing! Off the post. Luck with Villa. McGrath hoofed it to safety. Cantona so close.
Amazing when you put a cross of quality in. But Villa were caught short in area where I thought they would be, Matt, and that's wide. Parker and Kanchelskis get involved and create the opening. I'll tell you what, it's a cross of quality. This is his most difficult cross. This isn't easy. He's got to dig it out of there. And Barrett, well, he's out-jumped there totally. And like so often in the games, in the last 3 times these teams have played, how many often have we seen the ball come back off the woodwork? And yet again, Villa saved by it there.
The surface being slicked now by heavy rain. Saunders. Well, it comes to Saunders. There's a shot on here, and that's the way it's been going for him. Straight at Schmeichel.
It's at times like these when you're struggling for gold that you need to half-hit a shot in this area and bobble it in. Nothing wrong with its connection. Hits it very cleanly and very well, but very straight.
Here come Manchester United again with Mark Hughes. Ince got a foot in. Sharp. Cantona knew he couldn't head for goal. Got it back into an area where Kanchelskis was likely to reach the ball, which he did. Parker. Keane. And Villa are struggling here. Cantona! Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. In the 22nd minute, he's hit the post, and now he's hit the back of the net.
No surprise this, Martin. They get caught 3 against 2 on the right, and also they get Daly and Atkinson defending in an unusual position. But you ride the luck a little bit. 3 players, Teal, Barrett and McGrath, all have opportunities to clear it. Goes through Teal's legs at the near post. Barrett can only touch it away from McGrath. And Eric Cantona doesn't miss chances like this.
A year ago to the very day, he scored his first Manchester United goal. That was at Chelsea. And there's his latest at the expense of Aston Villa. Gary Parker. Great interception there by Keane. Cantona. Barrett has him in his sights. And all he can do is prevent the corner. Already the player that Barrett's responsible for, although you could hardly direct it totally at Barrett's door, the blame, has given Manchester United the lead. Look at Bruce, look at the confidence of the champions. And let's not forget, we've made a lot of capital about how difficult it's been to retain the title. Liverpool have made a habit of it. Manchester United are certain that it's going to come this way, although they're not telling us publicly.
They'll feel sure that it's theirs already, but that's a measure of the confidence. This would have been one for the scrapbook, and that nestled in the top corner. Steve Bruce from 35 yards.
Kanchelskis with the cross. It's Rosnic blocked it. And that's when the goalkeeper wants his defenders to be on their toes to help him out. And Earl Barrett lived up to that billing.
What a good save, man, because I think he wasn't expecting this at all. Because it drove itself into the box. Another very good cross from Kanchelskis. I think he expects McGrath to get the header, and Paul McGrath for once doesn't. And that became an instinctive save. And when he needed a bit of luck and have a defender around, he had one.
Richardson. What the players forward for Aston Villa. One of them is Neil Cox. He could be in here and just couldn't get his footing right when the ball was in range. But that's not the first time we've seen Cox take a chance and dart into the penalty area.
What a difference, Mark, no. I talked about getting in behind him, and for the first time in a long time, it's exactly what a player does. And he's very unlucky, Neil Cox. Doesn't get the run of the ball. If he did have, he's got the composure to have done something with that chance. But that's what's needed. You need people to get in behind.
Graz there again. Aston Villa's record on this ground is a very poor one. They've won only once here in 39 years. Back in 1983 with a couple of Peter With goals. And they've been on the receiving end again at Old Trafford in the first half. But just one goal for Manchester United to show for their efforts. It came from Cantona midway through the half. Villa tinkering with their tactical strategy to try and diffuse some of Manchester United's strengths. Well, it hasn't totally worked, but the gap at least is bridgeable. At half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. Cantona, at the moment, with today's goal, leads the Manchester United scorers list. He has 12 to Mark Hughes' 11. 10 of Cantona's goals have come in the lead. So 1-0 to Manchester United. Perhaps they will feel not enough to show for their first half supremacy. Whittingham. Now Richardson. Nowhere to go wide on the right. Crossed by McGrath. Atkinson. Michael was only hurrying just to get the ball back.
That was a classic problem there that Kevin Richardson had. Went across the pitch, looking for an outlet, and there's nothing for him. Ends up playing the ball back to one of his centre-halves. A hopeful cross up there, and there's nothing much Dalian Atkinson can do. But he was looking around at his players, looking for width, and it wasn't there.
Neil Cox had actually got himself involved in midfield in one of those little enterprising dashes that were a feature, perhaps the best feature for Villa in the first half in an attacking sense. Oh, Kanchelskis put through by Hughes. Bosnich got the ball. It breaks for Sharp.
Rush of blood there from Lee Sharp. First and foremost, Kanchelskis' touch. It gives Bosnich a chance. The ball's played behind Shontil, but from here, that touch means the goalkeeper can come, and he does well from there. But look at the back post, look at Keane. And there's Mark Hughes there as well. And Lee Sharp blasts it over the top. That touch, and the goalkeeper picks his moment perfectly to get his hands to it. Well, here, when you need a little bit of composure, that's not Lee Sharp that we know.
Richardson picks it off. There are two up with him. Atkinson and Saunders. If he plays it right, there might be a chance here for Dean Saunders. Will it come back for Richardson? It does. He battered the ball goalwards. And Schmeichel, that strong man, was solidly behind it.
Well, that's the best situation Villa have had in the match. They really should have made more of it.
And it reminds us that it is still a match.
You look at this, I just thought Saunders maybe should have started his run in earlier, but from here, the ball wasn't perfect, the touch wasn't great. To get the run of it there, it's a difficult one for Kevin Richardson, and all he can do is hit it straight at Peter Schmeichel. But it was a glorious opportunity for them.
Clubs in the Premiership urging Aston Villa on here.
I'd shove Neil Cox forward and just go three at the back for his one, which he might be doing with Barrett McGrath and Teal. And just push Neil Cox right forward on that right-hand side, because he's been their best outlet wide for all of the game.
It's Aston Villa's 16th away game of the season. They've won 7, drawn 7, and just lost the 1. And I think you could see in the second half how they've done it. They've got commendable application on their travels. And they're pushing Manchester United back. Whittingham. Away by Ince, but not very far. McGrath saw that. Gary Parker again. Whittingham. Richardson is there. Oh, and Daly was as well on the shot by Cox.
Well, he had every right to hit it. But again, I tell you, They didn't look happy at the back, Manchester United. Had all sorts of trouble trying to clear this. Whittingham looking to set up Richardson, who drags it wide, but then is always struggling a little bit. And he's got every right to hit this Neil Cox, but doesn't control it at all.
Barrett has given it straight to Hughes. Cantona against Teal. And in comes Ryan Giggs. Bosnich again. Shows what a goalkeeper Manchester United lost when they decided to go for Schmeichel. But they've had no complaints, of course, from the Danish international or about the Danish international. Here's Cantona, who worked that so well to line it up for Giggs. Keane. Whittingham with the tackle. Parker. Kanchelskis. Small again, stopping the supply. In the first half, they put on a real show, Alex Ferguson's team. But Aston Villa have shown some resolve in the second half. Just once or twice they've threatened the equaliser. And their previous record this season shows that they really go the distance away from home. Parker, Cantona wants it hit long. Linesman has a good look and decides the Frenchman is onside. Guided back beautifully for Hughes. Here's Giggs. Across goes McGrath. Giggs is past him. Cantona. Oh, Giggs might yet get it. And Cox was the key defender there, with some appeals from the crowd, but not from many Manchester United players.
Did well, Neil Cox, because he had to make a lot of ground up. He had been caught upfield chasing an equaliser. He made all the way back, all the ground back into his own penalty area.
Daly, Richardson, Whittingham. But this Manchester United defensive unit, and one of them, Bruce, puts Cantona away. He's in, he's scored, it's the game over now. Eric Cantona has made absolutely sure.
Well, it is game, set, match now. Cantona's run, you can see it, he loses Barrett. I still think, well, Paul McGrath's got a chance here. But look at Cantona. Not only does he get the touch perfect, he manages to keep his balance in a really difficult situation. And we never doubted whether he had the composure to finish it off, did we? That's a crucial touch, but look at the way he keeps his balance and strokes it so confidently past Mark Bosnich.
The man who's made for this club, it seems. Old Trafford, his stage. And he's a star amongst stars. Hughes. Oh, it'll be hard on Villa if they concede yet another one here. And they might. Barrett's given it to Ince. They have done. 3-0.
Well, I feel for El Barrett, Martin. The first half, it's his deflection. It took the ball into Cantona's path. The second goal, he lets Cantona run, and he punishes him. And this time, when he's just trying to nurse it back to the goalkeeper, he gets it hopelessly wrong. And Paul Ince has suddenly found goals.
Well, that's what happens. You can contain Manchester United for so long, but when they break free, look what damage they do. 2 goals in a matter of seconds. Aston Villa can still go off the pitch with their heads reasonably high, but the scoreline looks so much worse when it's seen around the world, which it will be, and taken into account. Villa and United, who were so close to each other last season, now on this particular scoreline, on this particular afternoon, far apart.
Where it matters most, though, Martin, in my opinion, in football. And that's in the last third.
Oh, they've got one back, and it's Neil Cox who deserves it more than any other player for Aston Villa. 3-1. What a flurry of goals in the closing stages here. It was a 1-0 game, it seemed, for so long.
incredible. I mean, he's the one man, as you say, who's caused problems up that end of the pitch. Got in ahead of Ryan Giggs, showed great determination to make something out of a hopeful ball, really, when it looks as if Ryan Giggs is favourite to clear this up. But he forces himself in front, and that's a super finish. He's in a very, very good game. He's been very impressive. Probably the pick of Aston Villa's players.
Well, knowing what a hard taskmaster Alec Ferguson is, I bet he'll be livid about that.
But that's been the difference, we're saying. This has been the last third. It's so important in football. United have always looked like they were capable of scoring, whereas I think Villa haven't.
Well, halfway through the marathon, Manchester United have a massive lead, 13 points to the good. 2 goals from Cantona here, and 1 from Paul Ince. A league double completed over the biggest danger to them last season. A 16th win to go with 4 draws and just 1 defeat. 52 points out of 63. Fantastic figures. Aston Villa stood their corner in the second half. They could have been brushed aside in the first. Neil Cox, who had an outstanding game in both halves of the pitch, got a goal for Ron Atkinson's team. Blackburn Rovers, the next challengers here next Sunday. Leeds United on New Year's Day. And Cantona against Leeds United, that'll be well worth keeping an eye on. Trips to Oldham, where they lost last March, and to Liverpool, where the tension will be enormous. Still some potential banana skins on United's Premiership path, but with each passing week, it's becoming ominous for the others.